Hi, everybody. Today for science, we are going to be learning about the patterns in the sky. Last time we learned about some patterns, but we talked about the seasons. Do you remember what the 4 seasons are? Let's go ahead and shout it out. Winter. Yep. What else? Spring, summer, and fall. Nice job. And that is the order of the seasons too. So pretty soon it's going to be winter. That means it's so cold out, there's not a lot of sun, and the leaves are all gone. And guess what else falls? Snow. Oh my gosh, that's winter. Because we're far away from the sun, and so we don't get the heat that the sun gives us. What comes after winter? You're right, spring. That comes next. It's always after winter, winter and spring. In spring, the sun, we get a little bit closer to the sun, so it starts to warm up. The snow melts, and what starts to grow? Flowers start to grow. What happens to the trees? Yeah, the leaves start coming back. There's little buds. You see little green buds on the end of all those branches. And then the earth moves even closer to the sun. So it goes from winter to spring to summer. Nice job. This is when we are the closest to the sun. It's hot. The days are nice and long. We're near the sun, so the sun stays around for a very, very long time. Yeah, the grass is usually green, lots of leaves because we can sit under the trees and have picnics with all the shade. We wear tank tops, we go swimming, there's no school. And then the earth starts moving away from the sun again. And after summer comes fall. Nice job. The days start to get a little bit shorter, right? It gets darker a little bit earlier. And what happens to the leaves in fall? They fall, right? That's the whole point. That's the name. So the leaves change colors and then they fall off of the trees. Yeah. And then after fall, we get even farther away from the sun and it's so cold. And what's back? You are so smart, scientist. Yeah, winter. So it's winter, spring, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer, fall, because we're getting farther away and closer, then farther away and closer to the sun. So we talked about the seasons as a pattern, but now we're going to talk about what kind of pattern the sun and the moon have. That's okay. What I want to talk about now are some of those vocabulary words that we heard. Rise, right? We said the sun rises. It means to come up, right? If something rises, it goes up. So the sun and the moon rise up each day. So if it goes up, it must come down. Do you know what that is? It's not the sunrise, it's the sun set. Good job. So if rise is go up, set is to go down, right? The sun and the moon set each day. We can see the sunset very early now. It's right around dinner time, right? It starts to go down. We don't always see the moon set because usually we're in bed, right? When we wake up, the sun's already starting to come out. So we don't see that, but we can definitely look and see the sun setting during winter especially, all right? And if you look at this picture, there's always some super amazing, beautiful colors, right? I know I love sunsets. Sometimes it looks like cotton candy. You seen that? The light pink and the blue. Look outside tonight and see if your sunset looks like cotton candy. All right, so we've been talking about pattern too. Pattern is something that happens repeatedly, again and again in the same way. So just like the seasons have a pattern, winter, spring, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer, fall, the sun and the moon have a pattern. Sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moonset, sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moonset. It's a pattern. It does the same thing over and over again. All right. Now, we've talked about stars, and I think Stars are just those shiny things in the sky, right? Oh, guess what? It's a sphere of gas. A star is actually a sphere. Do you remember what a sphere is? Yeah, it's a 3D shape that looks like a ball, right? So stars are actually a ball of gas. And say they're in outer space. The biggest one that we can see is the sun. Do you remember why it's big? Miss Sherwood told you during STEAM. It's big because it is the closest to us. Yeah. So all of those stars are big, but the sun looks the biggest to us because it's the closest. All right. And the stars can form patterns in the sky. Well, make a picture in the sky, right? Called constellation. We're going to be talking about that later. All right. So I want to read you this text about sky patterns. Look up. What do you see? Each time you see different things, but some things you always see. Some sky things follow a pattern or happen the same way every day. What makes a pattern? What space things or sky things make a pattern? We've already learned about few. Listen up. The sun, moon, and stars follow a pattern. We see them in the sky each day. We see the sun during the daytime, and we see the stars at nighttime. We can see the moon at night and the day. Right? Sometimes we can see the moon during the day. Not all the times, but sometimes we can. Seeing them every day is a pattern. They have another pattern. Do you know how else they move across the sky? The sun rises each morning. This means come up. At night, it sets. That means go down. This is the sun's predictable pattern. Up and down, rise and set, rise and set. Nice job. The moon rises every day. It moves across the sky. The moon sets every day. This is the moon's predictable pattern, right? Rise and set, rise and set, rise and set. Stars follow a pattern too. Stars look like they rise. They move across the sky and set. People in different places see different stars. Yeah, so here in New York, we see one set of stars. But if you're on the other side of the earth in China, they see a different set of stars. Whoa, so great. There are so many stars in the galaxy. Stars that make pictures are called constellations. People tell stories about them, and they move across the sky in a pattern. Absolutely. Okay, so what are the three things that we know have a predictable pattern in the sky? Okay. There's three objects. What's one? The sun, right? The sun rises and sets. Good job. What else has a predictable pattern? I heard you say it. The moon. Absolutely. And when can we see the moon? Yeah, it's usually at night, right? Absolutely. Sometimes during the day, but usually at night. The moon rises and the moon sets. Nice job. What else has a pattern? The stars. Excellent work. All right, so now I am going to show you what I want you to do this week. All right, so you are going to have this to fill in. This is going to be your exit ticket, okay? So you are going to have to look up in the sky twice a day. All right, so right in here, you are going to fill in the date. So what day is it? The date. Then objects visible in the sky during the day. Was the sun there? Was the moon there? Were the stars there? Let me show you how to fill this in. All right, so here is a copy of it. So you're going to make sure your name is on it. So that way when it gets turned in, we know exactly whose it is. Then you're going to write the date. Let's say we look on today. Today is the 18th. So we can write November 18th, 2020. Look up during the day. What do you see in the sky? And there's a little box here. You can just mark it. I saw the sun in the sky when I looked up. And then at night, so maybe after dinner, you can look out your window. What do you see? Do you see the sun? Do you see the moon? Or do you see the stars? Maybe you don't see any of them if it's super cloudy. Maybe you can see the moon. I don't see any stars because it's so cloudy. And then another day, I want you to do it here. So then maybe you're going to do it tomorrow. So tomorrow will be the 19th, 2020. Look up in the sky during the day. What do you see? Mark it up. So this is going to be in Kami. So you can always just make a little mark to do it. All right, make a little mark each day. Open it up and don't submit it until you're fully done with all 4 of the days. Right, make sure you do it on different days. All right, so now I want to do a little experiment with you. I'm going to turn that off so it's a little bit darker. Let me see if I can turn this off too. Okay, it's a little bit darker in here. Okay. Oh, this is not very bright. Ooh, the sun. Okay, so I need a better one. Hold on, folks. Okay, I am back and I am using, the bright sun. Okay, so say this is the edge of the earth that we see, right? This is the horizon. And the sun, so right now it's nighttime. See how dark it is? It's nighttime. Maybe the moon will be out, but the sun starts to come up, right? We can kind of see the sun starting to glow. Oh my gosh, what's that called when it goes up? Sunrise. It starts to come up. Then it goes up, up, up. It's morning, it's morning, it's morning. Oop, it's noon, it's lunchtime. Then it starts to go down. What is it called when the sun goes down? It sets, absolutely. So then you can't see it anymore. It's on the other side of the earth and it's dark, it's nighttime, the moon is up, and then the sun comes up again. It rises and then it sets. And the moon is there and it's nighttime and then it's daytime and it goes up, it rises and then it sets. Well, the moon comes out. Oh no, it's nighttime. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. Wake up, the sun is rising. Oh, it's lunchtime, eat your lunch. Oh, it's getting darker. Eat your dinner, eat your dinner. The sun is setting. It's nighttime, shh, go to bed. Then what happens? The sun starts to rise. The sun rises. It follows a pattern across the sky and then it sets. Very nice job. Okay, it is dark in here, isn't it? All right. So that is something you can do with, that is something you can do with a flashlight, or even, I just use my phone, the flashlight on my phone, because the batteries died on my other one. I didn't check. All right, so let's review what we learned today. It's so weird to see me twice. Okay, so we learned that there are 3 objects in the sky that follow a predictable pattern. What was one? Sun, excellent. Another one? Moon, fantastic. What's that last one? Stars, very nice work. And they follow a pattern. The pattern is when it goes up, what's that called? It rises. And then it starts to go down. What's that called? It sets, absolutely. So there's a pattern. It goes up, and then it goes down, goes up, and it goes down. It rises, and then it sets. All right, so your job is to fill this out. Now, you're not going to be able to do it all at once because clearly you need 4 days, right? Day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. So fill it out 4 different days and just make a little mark or color in the box for what you see. If you don't see any of them, don't fill it in. But you'll probably always see the sun. Hopefully, if it's not too cloudy, right? But if you don't see anything at night, let me know, okay? Because sometimes you can't. And next time, we're going to learn about why sometimes you see the moon big and sometimes you don't. All right. So I hope you had fun learning about the Earth's patterns this week. And I cannot wait to see what you notice in the day sky and in the night sky. Have a fantastic day. Right. Don't fall off when the Earth spins. Impossible. It can't happen. Don't worry. All right. Have a great day.